Section 13, Fair Housing Assistance Program, Fair Housing Practice. In the market. Introduction. You're not alone in fair housing enforcement. As we move forward from HUD's complaint process, it's important to understand something that many agents overlook. You are not alone when it comes to enforcing fair housing laws. There are entire networks of federal, state, and local agencies designed to support individuals and professionals in identifying, investigating, and resolving discrimination. In real-world practice, when a client feels they have been discriminated against, they don't just rely on one agency. There are multiple programs and organizations working together behind the scenes to ensure fairness in the housing market. For you as a real estate professional in 2026, understanding these programs is critical because they directly impact how complaints are handled, how investigations are conducted, and how compliance is enforced. HUD and state partnerships, expanding enforcement. Most states, including Arizona, have their own fair housing laws that mirror or are substantially equivalent to the Federal Fair Housing Act. When this happens, HUD partners with those state and local agencies to provide additional support and resources. This partnership ensures that individuals have access to help at multiple levels. Instead of relying solely on federal enforcement, complaints can be handled locally, often making the process faster and more accessible. In addition to government agencies, there are also public and private nonprofit organizations dedicated to promoting fair housing and preventing discrimination. These organizations play a key role in education, outreach, and enforcement support. Fair Housing Initiatives Program, FHIP. Frontline support. One of the most important programs under HUD is the Fair Housing Initiatives Program, FHIP. This program helps individuals identify where and how to file complaints and provide support during the early stages of discrimination claims. FHIP organizations often conduct preliminary investigations, which may include sending testers to properties. These testers pose as prospective buyers or renters with similar financial qualifications to determine whether discrimination is occurring. For example, 2 testers may inquire about the same property, one from a protected class and one not. If they receive different treatment, that can be used as evidence of discrimination. This process is one of the most effective tools used to uncover hidden or subtle violations in the housing market. The 4 key initiatives of FHIP is not just one program. It is made up of 4 major initiatives that work together to promote fair housing and enforce compliance. The Fair Housing Organizations Initiative, FHOI, focuses on building and strengthening nonprofit fair housing organizations. It provides funding to increase accountability and expand services, especially for underserved populations such as individuals with disabilities. The Private Enforcement Initiative, PEI, supports nonprofit organizations in actively investigating and addressing discrimination. This initiative ensures that enforcement efforts remain strong and consistent across different communities. The Education and Outreach Initiative, EOI, is designed to raise public awareness about fair housing laws. It funds educational programs, training, and outreach efforts to ensure that both consumers and professionals understand their rights and responsibilities. The Administrative Enforcement Initiative, AEI, helps state and local governments develop specialized programs to strengthen enforcement and improve compliance with fair housing laws. Together, these initiatives create a comprehensive system that supports education, enforcement, and accountability. Fair Housing Assistance Program, FHAP, strengthening local agencies. Another key HUD program is the Fair Housing Assistance Program, FHAP. While FHIP focuses on education and investigation, FHAP is designed to support state and local enforcement agencies directly. FHAP provides funding and resources to agencies that enforce fair housing laws at the local level. This includes support for complaint processing, information systems, outreach efforts, technical assistance, and training. For example, if a complaint is filed in Arizona, a local agency working under FHAP may handle the investigation with support from HUD. This creates a more efficient system and allows cases to be addressed closer to where they occur. Why? These programs matter to you as an agent. Understanding FHIP and FAP is not just about knowing the system. It's about recognizing how these programs impact your daily business. These agencies investigate complaints, conduct testing, provide education and training, support enforcement actions. This means that your transactions, communications, and marketing practices may be reviewed not only by HUD, but also by local agencies and independent organizations. In 2026, compliance is more visible and more enforced than ever before. Real-world application: what this looks like in practice. Imagine a situation where a tenant believes they were treated unfairly during a rental application process. They may contact a local fair housing organization funded through FIP. That organization could send testers to the property, gather evidence, and assist in filing a formal complaint. At the same time, a local agency supported by FAP may handle the investigation, working alongside HUD to determine whether a violation occurred. This layered approach ensures that discrimination is identified and addressed quickly and effectively. Connecting this section to your professional responsibility. As a real estate professional, your role is not just to comply with fair housing laws, but to understand the systems that enforce them. This means being aware of how complaints are investigated, understanding the role of testing and enforcement, recognizing that multiple agencies may be involved, ensuring your practices meet the highest standards. By understanding these programs, you position yourself as a knowledgeable, compliant, and professional agent who protects both clients and the public. Online discussion. Question 1. What is the primary role of the Fair Housing Initiatives Program, FHIP? Answer. To assist individuals in identifying discrimination, support investigations, and promote fair housing awareness. Question 2. How does the Fair Housing Assistance Program, FHAP, differ from FIP? Answer. FHAP supports state and local enforcement agencies, while FHIP focuses on education, outreach, and preliminary investigations. Question 3. What is the purpose of testing in fair housing enforcement? Answer. To determine whether housing providers treat equally qualified individuals differently based on protected classes.